Hey YouTube, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing well. You know me, I'm Tom, coming at you on this caulking and painting job. Okay, if I told you guys once, I've told you 1,000 times, you never know what you're going to run into. Okay? When you do any kind of work, you always assume the worst. Well, I'm glad I did, because the bottom line is here's what's happened. When I started removing and cutting out all this caulk, big old pile of water came out from underneath that drip edge, okay, that flashing piece. Then, when I cut the caulk out underneath here, underneath this window frame, all kinds of water just poured out here and poured out there. So what's happened is water's collecting behind these boards and behind the window frame, okay? Now, the homeowner told me last year that she had problems with this window and this window leaking inside the house, okay? Well, she hired some guys to fix it. They apparently came out and did what they had to do, and they didn't fix it. Because as soon as I removed all these boards, like I said, water just poured out from underneath here. Now, thank God there's flashing there, but still the water was sitting in behind it. And of course, they didn't put any kind of barrier, vapor barrier up here. They just inserted the window frame, and that was it. And then they went ahead and put their vinyl boards up, put brad nails in it, and caulked the exterior. Okay, so what I've done is I pulled all these out, I've cleaned them up, and I'm getting ready to go back with them, but I'm going to do a little bit of different work here, because I'm going to bead the inside of all these and bead the outside. So when I go back with it, I know I got a solid bead of caulk, not just on the surface, but actually inside the board. And then of course, I'll caulk along the edge, anywhere I think it needs it, just so when that board seats up in here, that there's a good seal in here, okay? Now, they caulked, I know you can't see this, but what they did is they caulked the flashing. Now you see the little slight gap right in there, see it? Well, they sealed that. Folks, you don't seal that. That's how water gets out, okay? That's something you leave open. You don't caulk it. Then it traps water in behind it. Gee. Rocket science, right? But anyway, you can see there it's more work than anticipated. And anyway, I got all the caulk cut out, and you can see all the shavings just this bloody everywhere. It's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I've been out here since probably 8:30 doing this mess. But anyway, I got it all cleaned up. As you can see, I just cut out all the caulk, and I'm getting ready to caulk it all back up and put these boards back up. All right. Hey guys, here we go again. It never fails, man. If you're in a handyman business, or if you're in any kind of maintenance repair business, and somebody calls you up and says, hey, I need you to figure out a problem that I have. You know, it's one thing to put a Band-Aid on it and say you did quality work, or made that assumption that you did quality work, but in reality you did nothing. You really just stole money from the homeowner, because you first didn't solve the problem. Secondly, you didn't find out what the problem was. All you did was, oh, there's a couple cracks here, a couple cracks there. I'll just caulk everything and paint it, and everything's going to be fine. Guess what? It's not fine. Because the original complaint 2 years ago was there's water getting inside the house in the bay area, in the bay windows on this bump out. Well, she told me beginning of spring that she was still having some issues, okay? So, but she didn't hire me. She hired other guys. You can tell there's several layers of caulk, several layers of paint. So this has been, gone after a few times. And again, as soon as I pull this stuff off, water come pouring out of the back of the boards. All right. So, guys, if you're going to get in this business, have some integrity. Figure the problem out. Actually solve the problem and then address the problem and fix it. Then you can actually say you've done quality work and you can stand behind your work, okay? So, and here's something interesting. I got to tell you this. I got a phone call yesterday from the Better Business Bureau, okay? And the guy, went through his speech and everything like that. And he asked me if I wanted to become a member because there's so much activity on my company, Mr. Fix-All Home and Garden Incorporated. The guy goes, do you know you have over 150 comments about your company and you got a AA+ rating with us and you're not even a member? You're not even accredited through us? And he also went to say, he goes, as I looked at your company and looked at the amount of comments, you got the highest number of comments of any company in Raleigh on their system, in their database. The greatest amount of comments posted about my company, and I'm retaining a AA rating with the Better Business Bureau, and I don't even pay for it. I'm not accredited through them. But if there's any testimony behind this, this is what I got to say to you guys. I've always said this for years. Do quality work. Stand behind your work and follow up. Okay, guys, you know what to do. I'll catch you guys on another Handyman video. Tom, out of here. Solving the problems and then doing it right. All right, guys. Y'all have a blessed day.